if you're sexually active right now or just doing sexual stuff, you can take it out, see if it's real love. We did this big public high school in Michigan, 1,000 freshmen, 1,000 sophomores. After the assembly, the senior runs into the assembly hall. Dude, he's all ticked off. He runs in, he's like, he's like, dude, who told my girlfriend about chastity? And I was like, me. And he's like, man, well, what's the matter? Turns out he was a senior, his girlfriend was a freshman. He was one of these older guys who doesn't have enough social skills to date a girl his own age, so he tries to get lucky with the younger ones, you know, but I'm sure that happens only in Michigan. But what's the deal with older guys, younger girls? How many of you girls in here are 15 years old? Put your hands up if you're a 15-year-old girl. Put your hands up, 15-year-old girls. Keep your hands up, put them up, you're a boy, yes. Keep your hands up, put them up high, put them up high. I have to see them, really high, really high. Okay, keep your hands up. How many of you girls are currently pursuing a 12-year-old boy? You gotta think about that. Now, how come girls laugh at this, but when the guy's older, she doesn't think twice? First reason it happens is this. Girls mature faster than guys do. I know you girls are thinking, oh, that's a shocker. You know, but you think about it, like, look at a 13-year-old girl. Dude, 12, 13-year-old girls, they're sitting at home tonight on the phone, and they're like, I want a relationship where I can communicate about my feelings and my shoes and my friends and my emotions and fine. Look at a 13-year-old guy. Dude, he's not there. 13-year-old guy sits at home, and he's like, you know, I can make noise with my armpit, you know. And that's fine, I still do that, but I actually taught my wife how to do it. But the thing is that 13-year-old girls can get bored of 13-year-old guys. But then along comes Mr. Senior, Junior to the freshman, Mr. College guy, the high school girl. First thing she thinks, he's older than me, he's more mature, he likes me, this is exciting. Little does she know, man, all the guys know it. The younger she is than you, the more likely she'll give you your sexual desires. She wants to win your approval. That's why most teen pregnancies, it's an older guy. Most girls that lose their virginity in high school lose it to an older guy. And I'll bet you girls, 99 times out of 100, the girl is just looking for the love she never got from her own daddy. But she's not gonna find in the arms of some other guy. From the time you girls are 3 years old, all you wanted to know is, look, am I beautiful? Do you love me? Do you even want me? Are you going to be here for me? And if your dad is abusive or he's absent, you go into the world and the question's not answered. And then the older guys show up, yeah, you're beautiful, yeah, I want you. It feels like it's making up for that missing love. The problem is, she hasn't heard their lines before. The number one thing he says to get her in bed with him is this: I love you so much. And oh, I don't want to pressure you to do anything sexually that you're not comfortable with. I totally respect that. If we didn't have sex, that's fine. I just love being with you. And she's like, oh, see, he's so nice. But if you watch it, he'll sexually take from her everything she's willing to give him. He doesn't guard her innocence, he wears it down. He's not a spiritual leader, he's like a spiritual midget. But like, she can't see it. And her girlfriends tell her, dude, can't you see he's bad for you? But it's like she's deaf. She's like, no, I'll change him. Like, you can't change a guy in a relationship, it doesn't work. You ever see two fourth graders hanging out? One's a real troublemaker, he's putting like pipe bombs in the toilet and everything. And some good kid starts hanging out with him. Does the good kid make the bad kid better? No. Bad one pulls a good one down. Same thing happens in relationships. But when it's real love, you get closer to everyone who loves you. Your family, your friends, and God. When it's not real love, you just get plucked away from all three. Remember that guy? Ran in the auditorium? Who told my girlfriend about chastity? I go, me, what's the matter? He goes, man, I just saw my girlfriend in the hallway after your talk. She looked all happy. So I said, where you been the last hour? And she said, oh, enjoying my new purity, so I came in here to see what that happened to her. I said, well, you can sleep with her again one day, marry her. He was like, oh. I go, isn't she worth waiting for? He goes, no. It's the love test. So you're meant to be together, you get the rest of your life to have in marriage. But don't you want to know before then if he's in it for the right reasons? Last time I was in Chicago, a girl came up to me. She goes, Jason, I drove to your talk tonight for one reason. She said, you came to my high school a year ago. She said, after your talk, my boyfriend and I had a long conversation about what you said. We knew what you said was true, and we did it. Together, we threw away my birth control pills. We've been pure ever since. She said, it's been hard sometimes, but she said, we are still together today, and now we're more in love than ever been before. Because now we got back to the reason we fell in love in the first place, is that friendship we have, and now there's no more complication and lying. There's just peace. And so purity proves love, and it's never too late to start it. So that's the second thing we did, save this marriage. Third thing for a solid marriage, one of the beauties of self-control, you don't even have to worry about birth control. Even in marriage, no way on earth am I gonna put my wife's body on birth control. Like, how disrespect, like, is my wife's fertility some kind of disease that I gotta give her shots and pills to make her more available for my sakes? I mean, high school girls, I love you so much, but there's so much they don't tell you about birth control. You know what the doctors almost never tell a girl when she comes to clinic for birth control? Does he ever say, hey sweetheart, here's your birth control pills, and before you take them, might want to know they will increase your risk of developing breast cancer. Some doctors are like, oh, that's not true. Oh, really? It's not? Huh. How come the United Nations says it's true? The Mayo Clinic says it's true. Companies that make birth control admit it's true. But they don't tell the girls this stuff. I don't know what magazines you girls are reading, 17 or Cosmo. Personally, I enjoy the Journal of Sexually Transmitted Diseases. Yes, I look forward to each month's inspirational and uplifting articles. And it's actually a good bedtime reading. Hey, Crystalina, look at that picture. She's like, oh, that's sick. Put that away. But this one came out, and they found out if a girl takes Depo-Provera, that's the birth control shot, girls who take Depo to keep from getting pregnant, chemicals in the drug actually mess up her immune system, making her 3 times as likely to catch certain STDs. They don't tell the girls that. And the people making Depo-Provera, they're in big trouble. Pfizer Pharmaceuticals getting sued for $700 million because Depo thins out the girls' bones. They got girls now, 20 years old, who have the bones of a 60-year-old woman in their body because they took Depo for too many years as a teenager. And I don't know what they do in Illinois, but in California, if I'm a sex offender, like a rapist or a child molester, you know what they do to me? They put my butt in prison where I belong. But you know, they punish you when you're there. According to the California State Senate website, sex offenders in California now are to be, quote, punished by Depo-Provera treatment. And the prisoner shall continue getting injections until the treatment's no longer necessary. They inject rapists with girls' birth control in California. Why? Because it kills the person's sexual desires. But you know who they won't give it to now? Dogs. Veterinarians now refuse to give it to dogs. They say, oh, it's not safe enough to give to my house pet. But they'll give it to any girl who walks the doors of Planned Parenthood. Big thing they give her now, birth control patch. It's a little sticker the girl puts on. Hormones go through her skin to keep her from getting pregnant. Do you know any girl in the patch that when doctor said, hey, before you stick it on, might want to know it's already killed 23 girls in the United States so far. There's over 4,000 lawsuits against the people who make this drug. They tell the girls this stuff? No way, and that's not the worst. Worst thing, they don't tell girls how it works. All they say is, look, sweetie, take your pills, take your shot, take your patch, you won't get pregnant. What they don't tell the girls, hormonal birth control can let you get pregnant. But you knew you had the baby to begin with because it thins out the lining of your uterus from about 13 millimeters down to 1, which means if you get pregnant, the baby won't be able to attach to the womb and he'll be aborted when he was about a week old before you even knew you were pregnant. They tell girls this? Do they tell the guys this? Dude, you mean if I'm having sex with the girls on a pill, I could already be a daddy, having aborted the kids we never even knew we conceived? Doctors don't often tell you this, even though it's sitting on every doctor's desk in what's called the physician's desk reference. What they tell you instead is you need birth control. You got painful cramps, you have an irregular cycle, you got ovarian cysts, you got endometriosis, bad acne, bad hair day, oh, you need the pill. They give it out like candy. 4 doctors in a row told my wife she needs the pill for medical reasons. And there's nothing wrong with being on it for that, but we knew the possible side effects. So we asked a world-renowned gynecologist, how many girls need the pill for medical reasons? He said, thankfully, virtually none. We have all the alternatives in medicine today. And he healed my wife without the pills, perfectly fine ever since. And if you're wondering where are these doctors, at the end of the talk, I'll point you to a website where you can find these physicians nationwide. And I think that in marriage, if Crystal and I want to plan the number of children we have, dude, we're listening to the church and using natural family planning, NFP. It's 99% effective, and there's no side effects to life. There's so much wisdom in the church.